If you're on a body recomposition journey, here's 5 mistakes you could be making that's slowing your progress. As a former D1 athlete who spent years training and focusing on nutrition, here's some things that I've learned from my body recomp process that you can learn from too, so you don't make the same mistakes. So the first thing that I think a lot of people really overlook is drinking enough water. Firstly, water can help fuel your body for your workouts. A lot of people go throughout the day and don't drink enough water, and then after work, they go to work out and then they're exhausted. I can't express how important it is to get enough water for your workout, because a lot of people think that it's okay to not drink enough before you work out as long as you drink enough after, and that's just not true. Water can also help you to block your cravings during the day. So if you're really struggling with the nutrition aspect of the body recomp, then I really highly suggest you make sure you're drinking enough water. Another mistake that people make when they're trying to do a body recomp is they do too much cardio. So cardio is really great for your heart health. However, if you're using that as a main way to lose weight, you're going to be stuck. Your main driver for losing weight should be your nutrition. Cardio is great if you're trying to keep fit, but if you're trying to lose weight or lose fat, then it's going to do the opposite effect. When you increase your cardio to a certain amount, then it'll actually increase your appetite and increase your cravings. So cardio is good to an extent, just don't overdo it. And that leads me to my next point, which is making sure not to do cardio before you do weights. So with a body recomp, you want to make sure that you're not losing any muscle and you're just losing the fat. So that really means you need to focus on weightlifting so that your muscles don't atrophy. So in order to maintain enough energy to sustain your muscle, you need to make sure you're doing weights before you do cardio. Cardio will waste away all of your energy that'll help you sustain your muscles. Now, I want to make it clear that cardio is not bad, but specifically on a body recomp journey, cardio can actually stall all your progress. Another mistake you could be making in the gym that's stalling your progress for your body recomp could be that you're not doing progressive overload, or you're also not doing hypertrophy. So when you're in the gym, you want to make sure that every week you're increasing your weight. This is called progressive overload. So you want to make sure that you're progressively overloading your muscles. This is the best way to increase muscle size and muscle density. Now, on top of that, you also want to make sure you're doing a moderate amount of reps. So I would aim to do around 10 to 15 reps, and making sure on the last 2 to 3 reps, you are really struggling. Now, if you make sure that you incorporate these two things, this will make sure that your muscles don't atrophy over time. Now, I've talked about the weights, I've talked about the cardio, but now this is the really important part. Now we're going to talk about the nutrition and what mistakes you could be making in that aspect that could be stalling your progress. So something that I haven't been doing as much, but what I've started to incorporate more because it's been helping, is meal prepping. Now, a lot of people online have shown what they meal prep, and some people take it to an extreme. So there's people that track their calories and there's people that don't. I don't think that you necessarily need to track your calories in order to be in a calorie deficit, but it is a good start to know how many calories are in the things that you're eating every day. But an alternative to tracking calories is meal prepping, because if you meal prep, you're able to figure out, okay, this is how many calories is in this meal so I don't overeat. So meal prepping is a way you can actually track your calories without tracking your calories. I know calorie tracking is kind of a controversial topic. Some people think it's good, some people think it's bad, but meal prepping is a good way to make sure that you know you're not overeating. So what I like to do is I like to go on Instagram or TikTok and I like to look up different meal preps that people do, because people are really creative and you don't have to necessarily recreate the wheel. You can just go and look and see what other people are doing online and just recreate what they're doing. So yeah, I think meal prepping is super crucial to your body recomp journey, and it'll make a world of a difference. Now, last but certainly not least is making sure you are eating enough protein and eating enough fiber. So if you're not already incorporating protein into your daily habits, I highly suggest you do, because it will help you retain your muscle gains and it'll also help you recover faster. Now, fiber is a nutrient that not as many people are incorporating into their diets, but when you do, you'll see a world of a difference. If you're really struggling with the overeating part, fiber will help squashing all of your cravings and making sure that, you don't overeat. So in general, for protein, you should have about 1 gram of protein per pound of your body weight. And it's okay if you can't reach that number, just get as much as you can. For protein powder, I usually get the Orgain protein powder, the strawberry one, and I just put it in a smoothie and I have it for breakfast usually. But whole foods like chicken and ground beef are a good way to incorporate a lot more protein into your diet. So the daily recommended amount of fiber you should have per day for a woman is about 25 grams, and for a man, it's about 38 grams. So a good way to incorporate more fiber into your diet with your protein smoothie, you can also include chia seeds in there, which have a bunch of fiber in them. Just don't add too much because you don't want to be like backed up and bloated and, gassy and stuff, because that would not be good. But, you want to do enough to where it's adding to your daily value. You can also add in more fruits and vegetables. Berries have a bunch of good fiber. And if you're eating already a balanced meal too, you're already going to get at least some fiber in there. So incorporating them into your snacks and, being more intentional about incorporating protein and fiber will really help you in your journey of your body recomp. A body recomp journey is more about just the gym, and it's also more than just nutrition. It's both. It's both at the same time. And if you're, struggling in one aspect, then you're not going to see the results that you've been wanting to see. So it's really crucial that you master the gym aspect and the nutrition aspect of your body recomp journey. And also sometimes getting new workout clothes helps you to be motivated. So, add that in there. Add something fun. It doesn't always have to be too serious. Make it fun. Make it something that you want to wake up and do all the time, and something that you don't detest doing. Find some good recipes online for some meal prep ideas, and you're going to want to eat those meals. You're going to want to go to the gym if you get a new set, Just make it fun, make it something that you want to do and you look forward to doing. And as long as you're consistent, you're going to see your results. But if you like this video, make sure you like it down below, and also follow me on my socials on TikTok and Instagram, and I will see you guys in the next video.